Hi, and thanks for joining us for another episode of TACT Talk. Now, today I want to talk about surface finish. As a certified conformance evaluator, I get asked a lot about surface finish. People want to know, how do I know if I have a good surface finish? Well, the easy answer is I say, just grab your handy-dandy profilometer and measure it. But we all know that's not as easy as it comes across. Many of us don't have that. So I wanted to give you a few hints today to kind of help you understand about surface finish and understand why it's important. So if we think about food and beverage, the standard surface finish we're all familiar with is something like this. This is what we call 32RA. This is a mechanical surface finish, meaning that there's been no other treatment done to it other than some sort of mechanical polish. The weld's been removed and ground and then polished. In the biopharm industry, we often use what's called electropolishing, and more food and beverage people are using electropolishing. Electropolishing is an electrical chemical process that removes some of the peaks of the surface of the stainless steel or other metals you might be using. And why is that important? Well, it's important because we want to understand why surface finish matters. Surface finish at a very microscopic level, surfaces of metals and other materials look a lot like peaks and valleys in a mountain range. And those valleys are where microorganisms and soils can get trapped. So the deeper the peaks or higher the peaks and deeper the valleys, the more likelihood that we're going to have a surface finish that's not cleanable or easily cleanable. And that's what RA measures, is it measures the roughness average. So 32 is good. That's kind of the minimum we use for anything sanitary or hygienic in food and beverage. Biopharm would use a 20, 15. We even see sometimes a 10 RA. The lower the number, the lower the average of the roughness. The electropolishing process takes the peaks off the mountains, is the easiest way to think about it. And it makes that overall roughness average better, as well as makes a surface that is easier for cleaning solution to get into. There's not little tiny hidden crevices and that sort of thing. So why does that matter? Well, it matters because many times people think surface finish is about the way it looks. This is shiny. Shiny sounds good. Shiny seems to be a good surface finish to have. But that's not always true. As well, we have to be aware of the fact that over time, our surface finishes will be affected. This is an example of a piece that if you look closely, you'll notice it has, although it looks shiny, it has a lot of little dings and dents and areas where it's been abused over time. Most likely this has been tossed into some sort of a washing tub or a bucket, or tumbled around in some way to clean it. But over time, that's deteriorated the surface finish and made, quite frankly, a surface finish that's got lots of those microscopic valleys and peaks. And we would not consider this to be cleanable, although it is shiny. On the opposite side of that, we have a surface finish like this. It's dull. It doesn't look like something you would consider to be sanitary. But if we were to measure a surface finish like this, we would find that it actually has a very cleanable and very consistent microscopic area of peaks and valleys. So we would consider this to be very cleanable. In fact, oftentimes a surface like this, like a 2B, what we call a 2B mill finish, that's been cold rolled from the factory, is a lot more cleanable than even polished surfaces, than even surfaces that have a very high shiny mirror finish. And the reason is that at a microscopic level, those peaks and valleys are more like rolling hills on a surface finish like I showed you before that looks a little bit dull. Whereas oftentimes in a very highly polished surface, those peaks have been curled over. They might create crevices or cracks or places where bacteria would collect, and we wouldn't want that. So again, obviously the most important thing is to be able to measure it if you can, but be aware of the reason surface finish matters, because this is all about making sure that it will easily clean when your cleaning solution is delivered to that product accurately and effectively.